Offshore. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything's going to be okay, bud. I'm Ben Kissel at Ben Kissel1 on Instagram, joined by Jerry Aquino.
Hello.
At Miss_Jerry. And as always, Kyle Plouffe.
Hey.
At Kyle Plouffe. Check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/diebud. Watch every show live, and you can comment, and then we read the comments, and it's this whole symbiotic relationship.
It's really nice. It's a lot of fun.
Also, shoot us an email, okbudpod@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for the great emails we got this week. I want to thank Vanessa for sharing a screenshot of when she was 15 years old and she was forced to be a mascot, and I believe she's a panda bear.
Yeah.
A large panda bear.
Is this...
At a skating rink.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so thank you so much for sending that story. Also, I want to thank the man who sent us a long story about a fleshlight.
Yeah.
It's
boy.
very, very long. Maybe we'll
Yes,
spend an
yes.
entire episode reading that, but thank you so much. And also, Asha Johnson, she says, "Hello there, Ben, you big, beautiful masterpiece of a man."
Ooh.
She says, "My booming voice, my booming voice
There it is.
feels like home." So thank you so much, and welcome home. Now do the dishes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, let's get to a story today, and it is the end of the week, so let's talk about something a little creepy.
TGIF. TGIF for creeps.
Indeed. So we mentioned UFOs a few episodes ago.
Yes.
They're a creepy skeleton-like figure with fins.
Oh.
What?
It has shocked beachgoers. They say no one's going to believe what we saw. So beachcombers were baffled over a skeleton-like figure. It has fins, and it washed up on shore in the UK. This is according to Paul Regan. They say, "For the life of me, I can't tell you what it is. It was the weirdest thing."
A skeleton shape with... Is that an actual photo of that?
This
It's a
is
little baby.
This is it. So it looks like Gollum if
Okay.
Gollum was put into a dehydrator and forced to scream until somebody finally let him out. It's demonic looking. And if I saw this on the beach, I'm going the other way. I'm going the other way.
Oh yeah, I would be screaming and running. Or I would think that it's like some kind of like an art exhibit. Like I would be like, is there like some kind of like a sand cat, like demon sand building tournament that I missed out on?
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
That's
this is
not a
fake.
thing. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not fake. It's real.
Where is it real?
In the UK.
Wow.
Okay, Kyle, why do you think it's fake? It has fins. It is a baby. It seemingly has
It
a
has
baby's
a
head.
ribbed condom in the middle of it.
It's spray painted.
Yeah.
It's paper mache.
And pewter.
Okay.
Colors of nickel and pewter.
First of all, these people are from the UK. They don't lie like us.
I'm dead.
Okay. So this is probably
Yeah,
true.
no, they don't lie. They make commentary, artistic commentary.
March 10th, Margaret Kent and her husband Dave. So who knows what Margaret and Kent are doing with their husband Dave?
Whoa.
Oh,
Perhaps that's another creepy tale.
that's fun.
They were strolling on the beach, down on the shore, having a good time. In the background of this photo, there's a little dog, so maybe their dog was with them as well.
Nice.
All of a sudden, they see this creepy figure. The London resident says the beach was completely empty, so it really stood out. It was alien-like. It had an alien-like head.
It does have an alien-like head.
It's got a baby head.
It's got a baby head, emaciated body, and scaled fish tail.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's like a macabre mermaid, which is very cool. I mean, that's really what mermaids would look like. That's why people who sexualize mermaids, what do? Fuck one of its gills?
That's so true. It's so
I think
true.
this one's underage. This is a mermaid.
Oh,
Mermaiby?
oh, baby mermaid, mermaid.
Merbaby. That...
And you know the number one cause of death for merbabies? School shootings. Yeah. Isn't that bad? So Regan, they recounted, at first, I thought it was a bit of driftwood or maybe a dead seal because, you know,
because its tail is so like bulbous for some reason.
It does have a bit of a bulbous tail.
Yeah.
And I could see it being a dead seal, although I don't, not
Not
really.
all. Not at all. It looks half cooked.
Yeah, imagine seals with just the faces of babies on them. So,
Yeah.
so she's like, maybe it's a dead seal because I could see these funny tail fin things. Then she says the head looks skeletal, but the back part where the fishtail was soft and squishy.
Ew, they touched it.
I guess so.
I think they tried to fuck it. This is like a thruple, right?
Yeah,
It's
a
very
trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, these weird 3 people are going to be the only ones that find this thing.
Well, I will confess to touching soft, squishy things on the beach.
No.
I will confess.
No.
I did confess.
I don't even like when you like walk like in a weird patch of moss in the water and then things get slimy on your
Seaweed.
foot. And you're like, ah! No, I don't like it.
I don't either because what's
Yeah.
down there, you never know.
You don't.
I remember I
This
was
thing apparently.
horrifying.
Yeah.
I was swimming in a lake in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. You know what got me? A crawfish. Little bastard.
Oh my god.
Little
what did
bastard
it-
pinching me.
Oh, that's
I
terrible.
had PTSD from it.
Wow.
But I was walking on the beach in Florida and I saw this little squishy thing and I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Because you know how I internally think.
Yeah, that's how you sound.
Yeah, that's how I sound. And I picked it up and you know what? Dead jellyfish.
Oh,
It was a dead
they
jellyfish.
can still sting you.
And it stung me.
Yeah.
Yeah. My whole hand went numb.
Really?
And you're going to piss on it.
Yeah, I'm a moron.
Did you piss on it?
Well, I found a hot chick to do it for me.
Oh,
Yes. Just like the show
Fun.
Friends.
I
Remember
was
that
just
episode?
gonna say, just like that shit, and then they didn't want to talk about it, and then I think like they all peed on each other, is what it happened.
That episode got through because there was someone in the writer's room who was just like really into it. And he's like, how
Yeah.
do I get this in?
Yep. And he's like, well, we've got to make them really ashamed about it.
And I think Courtney Cox is the one who pissed on, who got pissed on?
Yeah, someone. So I think like Joey tried to pee on her, but then he couldn't. So then Chandler did it or something like that.
I've seen that video before. So they say that there's no explanation. They can't figure out what the hell this thing is. A small group gathered. People were walking by with their dogs, passersby, and even a man setting up beach huts. He came over.
Wow.
Even the guy who was there, employed by the beach to set up the huts, he even came over.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
That's wow. And he doesn't leave his post for nothing.
For nothing.
Absolutely not.
Wow.
The man who sets up the beach huts on the beach, it's one of the most dedicated people in all aquatics.
Yes.
It's the highest ranking job.
It really is.
Yeah. Do you know the certifications you need for that?
I don't even want to think about it.
They're endless.
Hutology.
Wow.
No one could work out what it is. So they were out there, they're spitballing. And they're British, so they're like, is it a crumpet? Is it the Queen? Doing dumb shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
They say some thought it might have fallen off a boat, while others suggested it could be a figurehead from a ship. A very, very creepy ship.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting. Like one of those carved mermaids.
A bunch of pirate babies.
Mm-hmm. They say, I just knew no one would believe us if we didn't take a picture. So indeed, they did take a picture.
Yeah. I mean, I still don't believe them.
I believe that. Well, you don't believe your own eyes?
What if they just made this thing and then it is absolutely circus taxidermy. It totally looks
be.
like one of the it would be like in like a jar at like an oddities shop, you know?
Yeah.
I do love those.
What if they made it and then they just brought it out themselves and they were like, "Oh, we found this. That's crazy."
Well, obviously they know how to get press and they
Yeah.
know how to get notoriety.
Yeah,
We're
they
talking
did.
about them right here.
They were like, "This is what we need. We need a throuple. We need a half alien, half fish baby. We need a lot of seaweed, and we need a nearby beach."
Margaret Kent with her husband Dave.
Yep.
Yikes. So what a day on the beach. Is it a cryptid? Is this a new form of alien life? Is it fake? We simply
Yes.
don't know.
We will never know.
We may never know, but we do need to do an autopsy.
Okay. Again, I'm pretty sure this thing is being held together by a ribbed condom. Do you see it?
I do.
Yeah. Well, no matter what, isn't it creative?
It is. That I'll give them creativity points for sure.
And as the X-Files would say, I want to believe.
Yeah.
And I want to believe that weird little thing is in the water somewhere swimming around, probably scaring all the other fish.
Crying about losing her baby.
Yeah, it does look sad.
Oof.
Does look sad.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it really has swimming sustainability because there's no word. It doesn't have really fins. I mean, it does have some kind of fin, but it's not really. They're in the back. They're not really like a.
But then the arms, so they're swimming and using the fins.
Oh, I see.
That's not. No way. That's not how that works.
Well, that's how it's set up.
I bet you people would run a lot faster or swim a lot faster in the Olympics if you got one of those behind you.
Yeah.
The back fin?
Yeah, just that monster.
Oh,
Each
right.
swimmer has the monster.
Literally.
So they jump in the water, then you throw the monster in the water.
It's like crawling
That'd be
towards
fun.
you, but also like kind of wiggling and doing this little fin thing.
Swim for your life.
Hey, that's a fun movie.
That is a fun movie.
That would be a lot of fun.
Wait till they get a load of my monster.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Well, Kyle can't swim very fast because of all the drag.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's right. So anyway, check it out if you want to have a nice little time. Is it real? Is it not real? What am I going to name it though? Oh, I mean, you got like Merlin the mermaid, maybe like a Bortha.
Bortha?
A Bortha?
Bortha?
That's a child who made it through. Well, we'll name it a Bortha.
That's
Hey,
fine.
Mom, why is my name a Bortha? Well, we didn't really want you.
It wasn't the plan, but here you are.
I like when like majestic beings like this have like a regular name like Richard.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like a Tony to me.
Oh, Tony. Okay. Richard, Tony. What do I know?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, speaking of animals, I'm just really upset. And I love animals.
Okay, wait. Did you?
The ASPCA is the way to go.
Okay.
Okay. PETA is not. And
PETA's fake.
they've threatened my friend Danny McBride. And he's not my friend. He doesn't know me and probably doesn't want to be associated with me.
Yeah.
I like him because I love that show Eastbound and Down.
It's a fun show.
And he is so funny.
He is very funny.
And he also does a lot of horror movies.
Yes.
And I enjoy his work.
Yes.
They are going to do a scene in The Righteous Gemstones that involves a monkey. And the monkey is going to be a star of the show. But apparently, PETA's all mad about this. People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, even though all people want to be is on a show with Danny McBride.
Yeah.
So this monkey would be living the fucking dream.
And Righteous Gemstones is pretty funny.
It's a good show. He's not going to be on we'll talk about Seventh Heaven here in a second.
It's no,
He's not on the reboot of that.
absolutely not.
No, this monkey is booking.
It's true.
Literally no one is being cast in Hollywood right now.
More work than me.
But PETA is all pissed because they say, oh, the monkey belongs in the jungle, not on a TV set. Why? I just don't understand. This is why it's aggravating to me because I don't understand their logic.
Yeah.
So because of that, they're going to send fake monkey poop to McBride's little studio.
That's not even fair. It's like they're doing like zero work to like find out who's actually in charge of bringing the monkey in. They're just like, no, well, Danny McBride's in it, so we're going to send it all to him.
I have a feeling
Kind of messed up.
Look at that monkey.
That monkey's a workhorse.
It's being treated better than any of us.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
And dare I just say this, like back in the day, it would be like, it's season 7. What did we do? Ooh, let's adopt somebody. They say, let's adopt a kid.
Let's make a monkey.
Let's do that. In the aforementioned TV show Friends, they got a duck.
Maurice. Oh, Ross also had a monkey.
Did he have a monkey?
He had this exact monkey.
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
There was a duck and a monkey?
Yeah, well, they had the duck and the chicken. Chandler and Joey had the duck and the chicken, but then Ross had a monkey at some point. Marcel, not Maurice.
Marcel the monkey.
Yeah.
So they have a long history of hard work.
Yeah, they do.
So according to Debbie Meltzler, she says Danny McBride has all the advanced technology at his fingertips. I don't want to see a fake monkey.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a CGI monkey.
We don't need that. No, that's what we have Planet of the Apes for.
Yeah, we already had Monkey Bone.
We had a bunch of them.
But then she says, but he chose to further exploit a suffering monkey who should be in the rainforest, not on a TV set. I just think this is a segregation.
Yeah.
It's not right. And if you're this monkey, I don't want to be in the rainforest. That ain't fun. Fucking nightmare.
It's loud.
Getting beat. It's loud. Eating bugs all day. This guy gets craft services.
He's in air conditioning, or he can be in a more humid. He can be in a steam room to mimic a jungle or something?
He doesn't. He doesn't know. He doesn't want to be in the rain. He doesn't know.
I know, right? He probably grew up on sets.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out because PETA, they get under my skin.
Yeah.
Because that's also a lot of money, and this is what they spend their money on. This is what they pay attention to.
Sending fake poop.
And when they confiscate animals, they end up just like taking them out to the back alley and shooting them in the head.
It ain't right.
It's not. They're not ethical about anything.
They're not.
They kill every animal they come into contact with.
What the hell?
Go with the ASPCA.
And why are we still looking at this picture?
This poop looks like a box of crullers or something.
Yeah, it looks
it's
like
actually making me hungry.
It looks like snails and mushrooms. It's making you hungry.
Yeah, it looks like a box of donuts.
You're
And
sick.
it looks like a pile of shit.
It looks like a pilot.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of shits.
It looks like some poops.
But they
some
look like glazed
snails.
donuts. They're all glazed over.
They
No.
do not. None of them are glazed.
Look, it's all glazed.
That's
Some
just
look like-
shine from the flash.
There one over there looks like a cock and balls.
Oh, yeah, I see that one.
yeah, it
And
looks
then
like a cock
this,
kinda
This one
rusting
looks
on-
like it still has some solids going on in there.
Right.
Oh,
Is monkey
my
poop that
God.
large? That's my question. I know they throw it sometimes. But.
They do, yeah, I mean, I feel like the really dark one is really realistic because that's the one that comes out hard.
Yeah, that's the
That's
one
the one
that
you
you
can
get after
throw.
St. Patty's Day after you drink all that Guinness.
Yeah, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Oh my God! When I was in Ireland, I used to tell a funny little joke on stage.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was,
Here we go.
It was a pretty funny bit about how people like to explain jokes.
I love it.
Yeah, you know how funny that is.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, I would say I think there's only been one Guinness
Uh-huh.
that's ever been created, and it's just recycled over and over again.
Oh.
The really funny stuff.
Oh, it sounds
People
like
paid a lot of money to go sing
It
on
sounds
stage.
like you had to be there.
Yeah. Oh, people used to pay
Yeah.
$200, $300 just to meet me.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
I know, right? Funny.
Huh?
Funny how the life works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's move on. Speaking of outcast Hollywood celebrities, that's me.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
It's all right, bud.
thank you. Seventh Heaven. This television show was the bane of my fucking existence
Was it? Why is that?
because it is the corniest thing that's ever existed.
It was pretty annoyingly corny.
It was awful. And
Yeah.
of course, the lead actor, Stephen Collins, who plays a pastor, turned out to be a pedophile.
Why did he do this?
Oh my God.
He just needed to stick with the stereotype, or he feels like he was that committed to the role.
Judge, Your Honor, hear me out. I'm a method actor.
Yeah.
I was playing the pastor, and I knew I had to molest.
I knew I had to molest.
Okay. So there's a new documentary coming out, and between the Diddy just so many documentaries.
All of the documentaries.
All
like,
of the documentaries.
Everyone's been coming out of like the dark shadows.
I am very happy. As a kid, I was like, I wish I was in Los Angeles and I could be on the TV. No, thank God. Because I was
Yeah.
cute as a kid. I was
Yeah.
cute. At one time, I was cute.
I was adorable.
Oh, they would have done horrible things to you.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
I just let life steamroll me the regular ways.
Please, God.
And it's been nice.
Yes, I was just yelled at by a Burger King manager. That's what's supposed to happen when you're 16.
Yes.
You're not supposed to be bent over, getting lubed up for a job
Oh boy.
on the WB. So the name of this documentary is Hollywood Demons.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes, and it's going to cover a series of different scandals. The one with Stephen Collins is called Stephen Collins, America's Dad. But was he? Was this? I know the show was popular, but would we say the guy from Seventh Heaven was America's Dad? I mean, that went to Cosby for a while.
Yeah.
Basically, you
Yeah.
never want to be, if you're an actor, you never want to be called America's Dad.
Right.
Because America and our dads, it's a weird history.
It's a
Yeah.
bad, it's a weird relationship for sure. I never thought he was my dad.
America's Dad always goes to like the best dads from every sitcom. There's going to be some
Yes.
comedy.
Yeah.
This is too
Bob-
melodramatic.
Bob Saget was America's dad.
Yes, and he still reigns supreme
I think so too.
because everybody else
Yeah.
got into some bad shit.
Especially,
Oh,
yeah. Especially like the worst thing you found out about Bob Saget is he was just like a cursing ass like monkey. And like,
Yeah.
he was just like a total buffoon and not like a super nice dad at all. And you were like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I like him more now.
Yeah.
Even Alan Thicke, he wrote a letter to the court backing up Brian Peck, who was molesting a bunch of kids.
Oh.
Nickelodeon
Oh my
stuff.
god.
He goes, I'm America's Dad, and I know a thing about character.
Is that what he said?
After the guy, he got friggin' convicted, and this was after he got convicted, and that's literally what he said.
Wow.
He was begging the court for leniency. So
A friend of mine,
every America's Dad sucks.
A friend of mine knew Alan Thicke a little bit, and he said that he would get on a plane. When he would get on a plane, he would walk the aisles until some people like recognized him.
Oh my God, I know famous
Wow.
comics that would do that. Walk out into the crowd to be like, hey.
Hey,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh my God, there he is.
Yes, it's me. It's me.
The only
Your eyes do not deceive you.
Yes, it's me. It's Godfrey, everybody. It's Godfrey. It's like, oh, thank you.
At the Funny Bone in Columbus, Ohio.
Nice. I remember the 70s. Remember when you were on that show on VH1?
Yeah.
The only celebrity that I've heard do that makes sense is Jack Black, because apparently he does fly commercials sometimes.
Yeah.
And he is big enough to be like, he puts on a little show. Apparently he gets on a plane.
Well, if you're doing that.
And then he puts on like a little like thing, and he's like, hey, everyone. And then everyone's like, oh, we saw Jack Black.
Yeah.
And then they just leave him alone.
Right.
That's cool.
I understand it from that level
Yeah.
of celebrity.
Yeah, definitely. Jack Black, anyone would like notice it.
But Alan Thicke, you can just kind of sit down. Feel free to rest. It's going to be okay. Maybe a couple of people come up to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, Stephen Collins, America's Dad, on the show Hollywood Demons, it is going to talk about the underage sexual scandal that Collins has.
Mm-hmm.
Former cast members Jeremy London and Kyle Searles, they are going to react to listening to the recording of Collins exposing himself to minors.
Yep.
Oh no!
This is
No
more of a
way.
this is more of a game show than a documentary. Like literally
is.
So, wow, the real time they're sitting there, and then it's just like zoop. Like, what do you think, kid? What reaction are they supposed to have?
Why are
Well, I think it's the conversation of him admitting that he did it. I don't think it's him actually doing it.
Come here. Come on. Okay.
Here, kitty.
It's okay.
Here, kid, that's bad. So apparently there was an interview in 2020. I'm sure many of you remember this. It was with Katie Couric, and this is where he talks about his proclivity to have sex with children.
Oh my God. This is just so twisted. And then he was like on television being like, you touched a joint?
Oh my God, that scene is so funny.
I hate it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
His wife was always just had these like big, giant, lost eyes. Like she couldn't believe what she was seeing.
The documentary, they really wanted to get a large net of people, but most people said no. None of the main cast characters are going to appear. And producers reached out to over 100 of Collins' former contacts, and they're like, we don't really want to do this.
Yeah, who would?
So on the Seventh Heaven Rewatch podcast, there's this dude named Dave Gallagher. Apparently, he played Collins' on-screen son. He said, all forms of abuse, sexual abuse of any kind, it's inexcusable. And victims of abuse need to be shown compassion, and they should be given support. And he doesn't excuse or condone his behavior. Although Collins did admit when he was on that interview to having sex with a victim who was 10.
Ooh,
Oh
boy.
God, that is.
Yes, Collins admitted his first victim was 10. Why? What?
Oh,
So it's literally, this is America. So it's literally like, yeah, that's right, Katie. I fucked a 10-year-old. And then there's just a ad for McDonald's. And then it's just like, and don't forget, Best Buy has a new deal on flat screen TVs. Flat as a 10-year-old's chest.
wow.
It's so weird that he was just sitting in there and he didn't get arrested or anything.
Yeah. I mean, they were talking to him too. I remember seeing like an interview and they're like, do you consider yourself a pedophile? And he goes, that I've thought about that term a lot and it just doesn't fit me.
What do you mean? It doesn't fit you?
I guess it literally fits you.
It's like I don't identify as a pedophile.
Yeah.
I identify as a sexual child enthusiast.
So apparently Searles, this guy is 39 years old, he has yet to hear the interview. Obviously now he has. But he says, quote, it was me just trying to stick your head in the sand kind of thing because he didn't want to. When the news broke, he was like, I can't hear anything about this.
Yeah.
So finally, they're going to play it for him live and get his reaction, which you can imagine his reaction could just be like, well, so what? That would be amazing.
Like, well, yeah, we pretty much knew that.
Yep.
That sucks. Well, I mean, I hate that I want to watch it too.
I'll be watching this for sure.
I want to watch it.
Seventh Heaven was the longest running family show in history, which I did not know that.
Really?
I didn't know that either.
It was 11 seasons from 96 to 2007.
Oh, wow. That is
I didn't
a long
realize
time.
it was 2007.
Yeah.
I didn't
seriously.
either. Yeah.
I used to watch it.
I love Jessica
It was like
Biel.
after Dawson's Creek.
Yeah. Apparently, Collins' career had imploded, but he faced no criminal or even civil prosecution.
That's so
Probably
crazy.
because no victims wanted to come forward about it.
It's possible.
But he admitted to it, so the state could just file charges against him anyway.
Yeah.
hmm
I don't know.
Jeremy London, 52, he says, Stephen Collins was most certainly America's dad. I wanted him to be my dad. If I was his actual dad, I'd fucking call him right now. Be like, yeah, you wanted him to be your dad? Why don't you go hang out with him?
Seriously.
That's the thing. That's why every parent, every father just has to let everybody else know. Like, every other kid's getting molested.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry I took your Xbox away, or, broke the TV because the Cowboys lost again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
That's why you don't even let your kids have sleepovers.
Why not?
I don't. Well, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want my kids running around and getting molested by accident somewhere else.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, my mom never let me sleep over places.
Really?
And now it made sense.
My mom wouldn't even let me visit other people's houses like during the day.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally
What?
agree. Yeah. Totally.
It was so crazy.
Yeah, it's fair, and I was all upset about it, but now it like makes sense. But no, you're gonna stay in this house miserable and unmolested. You're welcome.
Literally.
Makes total sense to me now.
Yeah, but you're so traumatized by what would happen in that home.
No, I mean, what? No, I just didn't sleep. I just didn't have.
My
enough
parents were
sleepovers.
like, get out of here.
Yeah.
I was always having sleepover, but I never molested. I was a big boy. Also, I wanted it too much. I'd be sleeping face down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking.
just like standing over in
Yeah.
like your friend's parents' bed, mouth breathing.
Are you going to touch me or not?
Pete, can you not have Ben over anymore because he's scaring your father?
He's bullying your father into molesting him.
And then Ben, 12-year-old, he touched it. Yeah, come here.
Yeah, but that's you at 12.
Yeah. So after the bombshell report in 2014, London says, I was hearing some buzz thinking there's not a chance in hell my Steve Collins could be accused of doing these things. You don't accuse saints of things.
What?
So I think people really bought into this whole he's a pastor, not an actor thing.
Jesus Christ.
You don't accuse saints of things. I'll accuse him I'll accuse a saint of anything.
Yes. Especially when he did it and admits to it.
Yes.
That's gross. I didn't know the depths of this story.
I didn't either.
I didn't think I needed to know.
Searles, he says, this is the first time that I've ever thought that he's full of shit. I'm not satisfied with this. I have like a knot in my stomach watching Collins say he's not attracted to underage girls. My whole world changed when I had kids. My whole world view. But, I don't have kids.
Well, Kyle said that everything makes him cry now.
Yeah, but I don't think before that Kyle was like pro molestation. But then this guy was like,
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't care kids were getting molested, but then I had kids.
But now I do.
And I'm like, hey, I wouldn't like my kid to be molested, so now I'm against it.
Yeah, that's true.
Good Lord Almighty. Yeah. He says, I think it goes without being said, but you know what I mean? I just think that I put him up on a professional pedestal a bit too much.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Seems like it. Maybe he was America's dad. I didn't know it was 11 frickin' seasons.
Yeah.
He wasn't my dad.
No, he was not my dad. No. My dad was a truck driver who worked hard, damn it.
Yeah.
And he came home and he went to bed
Yeah.
because he had to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yep.
My dad worked hard and took me to McDonald's on the weekends.
Wow.
Oh, that's all you want.
I had every Happy Meal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? Remember the toys used to be so good.
They used to be really good.
God, I love those early 90s toys.
So excited every time new ones would drop.
Yeah.
Those glass Batman Forever glasses. They were awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. I remember those. Do
Do they still have Happy Meals?
Yeah, they do, but they're all expensive and weird.
Kaylina gets them now. She's been getting a bunch of them for the Pokemon cards.
What? They have Pokemon cards?
Yeah, in the Happy Meals now. They
That's
have
kind-
a
that's
whole
actually-
pack.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
All right, well, let's move on and talk about social media.
Okay.
You can't trust it, can you?
Oh, not at all.
Apparently, TikTok, they're known for their filters. Apparently, they had a thing called a chubby filter.
Ooh.
A chubby filter.
No, it's not when chicks with big boobs bounce around on a trampoline, because that's what I call my chubby filter.
Okay.
because I get a chubby.
Oh, right.
Jokes are funny if you explain them.
Yes.
That's when I get a chubby. That's a euphemism for an erection,
Ooh.
which is a scientific term for boner. So,
Anything else?
no, a controversial TikTok filter has been banned. They have warned it created a toxic online culture. This is where it started.
Yeah, right. Nothing has happened before this. Why is it? So there's a ton of like pretty, like high cheekbone, skinny girl filters.
I was talking with Kyle. I read a story about this man who presented as a woman because of a filter and did OnlyFans and got like a bunch of money.
Wow.
So all these guys were like jerking off to him. Yeah. Can you find that story, Kyle?
You should.
I don't even know how to find it.
I mean,
he looked like beautiful, but then when the filter was off, he had like a beard and shit.
And that's not creating a toxic online culture. Just like all these filters with the olive blue eyes and stuff.
It's weird.
That's not toxic, but the chubby one is toxic.
Yes. That's what they're saying. They say the chubby filter, it uses AI, obviously, and it has users dramatically gain weight.
Yeah. They also have filters that make your face dramatically distort.
Right. But apparently this is used as a comedic effect. And then some people are saying it's really offensive because the chubby filter saw users posting before and after pics, one making them appear in their regular weight.
Yeah.
And then the other one where they're all chunky and things of that nature. Did you find it, Kyle?
I found a version of one.
Oh my God.
Check this shit out.
She's adorable. She seems adorable.
And even became a celebrity for her beautiful and cute look, where she got so famous that a Japanese TV station wanted to do a story on her. But after they couldn't get a hold on her, they decided to track her down and personally find her. But when they finally did, they couldn't believe their eyes, because Azusa was actually a 50-year-old.
Oh, it was a 50-year-old man.
Yeah, but was a influencer.
Wow.
As a woman with a filter.
Wow, he is smart.
Yeah.
Yes. Seriously.
I do see how the before and after thing could be problematic.
Jarring.
Why?
Problematic for people that are actually trying to lose weight and like doing these like before and after pictures, like in seriousness.
Oh, so the before is when they're chunky and then they lose weight and then they say, this is what I look like now.
Yeah, they're like, this is me if I was fat. Haha, just kidding. This is my after, but haha, it's my before.
Well, experts have said this could create toxic diet culture.
Yeah, I mean, again, every other filter has already done that.
Yeah, I don't think this is really the biggest issue when it comes to body issues facing men, women, and everyone else in this world.
Yeah.
So as a result, TikTok stepped in and they have banned it, which I think this is the only filter that they've banned.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously, it doesn't sit right with me. I don't know why.
There are ones that give you like Hitler mustaches and stuff.
That's
This
allowed.
is what we're worried about.
Yeah, no, seriously. And then and now your boyfriend is gonna like try to hug all your little curves that aren't actually there.
Yeah.
Well, that is very true. According to an activist, Dr. Emma Beckett, they say this is a huge step backwards in how we talk about weight.
Yeah.
Okay. They say it's just the same old false stereotypes and tropes about people in larger bodies being lazy and flawed and something to be desperately avoided.
Oh, so it's like.
So some people, I guess, they avoid larger people because they don't want to get they think it's like a disease.
They think it's contagious.
But that's not the way it works.
And no, it's not.
As a matter of fact, if you really want to be thin, hang out with only large people.
Why?
They're going to eat all the food.
Oh, cool.
You go out to dinner, you get a nice portion.
Yeah.
They have all the food.
It's
and
so
you get
true.
to live vicariously through them.
Yeah. Well, it's more like you have like when you have like a tiny stomach, then you have like your friends be like your garbage disposal.
Like what I do with my dog Jerry. I take a bite, he takes a bite. I take a bite, he takes a bite.
Okay, sure.
But someone did comment that he's looking a little large on Instagram.
He's a little chunky. He's a little chunky.
He's a little chunk, but that's because it's windy and I don't want him to blow away. Yes.
You got to keep him anchored down somehow.
Yeah, I can't glue his feet to the ground.
Yeah.
Which would be kind of funny. But anyway, she says the fear of weight gain contributes to eating disorders and body dissatisfaction. So they don't like this filter whatsoever.
What do you think about this filter, Ben?
I think the filter's just fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Looking chunky, not looking chunky. I think the people are beautiful. There's some people
Me too.
who are, they just look good thick.
Yeah.
I like the
Oh, we
thickies.
love the thickies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
Kyle likes them old. I'm serious.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Kyle, what's
what do you-
perfect age for you for a woman? 50?
Anything over 25 to 50s are fine.
He likes old, large women.
Okay, Kyle. All right.
That's why after this, we're going to go to the dress barn.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's Kyle's
Pick up some
favorite.
chicks.
Yep.
It's where I take them down.
I love it.
Kyle's favorite jiggle joint, the old dress barn.
I'd be open to a sugar mama.
Hey, can I see those ankles? Oh, yeah, those look pre-diabetic.
Yeah, for sure.
So a spokesperson for the brand said these effects are not TikTok effects, nor were they directly available through the app. I just think it's very interesting that people are so, I don't want to say that, because we do want to be healthy. There are, like we've talked about, what's her name? Dank Moss?
Yeah.
Right. That's
It's
true.
like they're going to die. You're going to die.
Dank
right?
DeMoss.
Dank DeMoss. Like you got to just for
Yeah.
your own heart, because our hearts, it's beating hard in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But being a little thick, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But it is interesting that this is the thing that broke TikTok's filter.
Yeah.
Was people being like, wow, it made you look a little chunky. So maybe we should just get rid of that.
Like, seriously? It looks like you're just up a bunch of belt notches. Like, no, take it down. Take it down.
It is
real.
ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, you could look like a baby, you can look older, it's everything.
Yeah,
ever see
I know. Why is this the one that just loses out?
Did you ever see the video of the lawyer who couldn't get the cat filter off?
Oh, yeah, he's like, Judge, I'm not a cat.
Oh my God, let's play that. We have to play it. It's Friday. We're going to have fun today.
I have not.
It's Friday. We're having fun today.
It's so funny.
Fun today.
Have you seen this, Jerry?
I have not seen
Oh my
this.
God, this video it's truly
Oh, I
adorable.
have seen
So
this.
funny, dude.
That's
Mr.
right.
Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the
remember
video
this.
settings. You might want to.
Oh,
Take
We're
a look.
trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you.
It
I
sounds
think
like
it's
a cat,
filter.
too.
he does.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but
He's a little southern
Oh.
drawl.
I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
I have to say that.
Shit.
Oh my God.
The cat that he
I'm
looks
not
like
a
is
cat.
exactly how that cat would sound.
Yeah.
He's all sad and shit.
His eyes are
Oh
giant.
my God.
Oh, I'm not a
He
cat.
looks terrified. He looks like he sounds like he's trapped in the cat's body.
He was cursed.
He's like, how do I get out of here?
Anyway, if you're on TikTok, don't bother using the chubby filter because it's gone and you'll never get to use it again.
Oh man, that's weird.
Oh, I'm not a cat. So freaking hilarious.
I'm not a cat.
All right. And just lastly, a bit of an update on Fyre Festival 2.
Oh,
my
my
God.
God. Who is falling for this?
I have no idea. The only person who was booked is Antonio Brown, former football player who is crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Legitimately batshit nuts. Apparently, the Mexican island in which Fyre Festival 2 is supposed to be held at, they haven't requested any permits, and Mexico is like, we don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So it's literally another scam. And this guy,
Why are they doing this again? Didn't he face jail time last time?
I think he did 4 years.
Yeah, he did.
crazy.
So if you buy tickets for this one, you go to jail. He can stay out because you fucking should have known this was coming.
Absolutely.
It's nuts. And he was like talking, he's like, I want to see my dream be fulfilled. All this crazy shit.
Wow.
Tickets are going for $1,500 to $25,000.
Jesus Christ.
It's going to be a total disaster. And please do not go to this.
Don't go to this. You know, as one of my great presidents once said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. You can't get fooled again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can't fool me again.
The 2017 Fyre Festival was advertised as the cultural experience of the decade. And strangely enough, I think it was.
Yeah, on the 3 shows I watched about it.
Yeah.
I think there was 3 separate documentaries
Yeah,
on
there were.
each streaming service.
Yeah. And I think it really was the cultural experience of the decade. And maybe the beginning of the decline of this fantastic republic of ours.
So is he just, you think he's just making some buzz, creating some buzz so that he can get money to do it first?
I have no idea. Billy McFarland, that's his name. Again, he did a 4-year jail sentence. He says Fyre 2 is real. My dream is finally becoming a reality.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's nothing like saying that something is real to prove that it's real.
Real, damn it. It's just like that finned baby head thing that went on the UK beach.
You mean Tony the Mermaiby?
Yeah, turning the mermaid. Fyre 2 isn't really, this is what he says. He says, Fyre 2 really isn't about the past. And it's not even really about me. It's about taking the vision, which is strong. So he's got a strong vision.
Yeah.
But the government of Isla, can you say this word for me? Isla.
Oh, Isla Mujeres?
Thank you. They released a statement and they said, no person or company has requested permits from this office or any other municipal government department for said event. So do not go, whatever you do, unless maybe you're a journalist or maybe you want to live a horror movie.
Yeah, maybe you're just one of those people that are going to do another documentary on Fyre 2.
Yeah. He was on Today, which is crazy that you're giving this guy a platform at all.
Yeah, no, who put this guy in a talk show?
It's nuts. He was on, like, literally one of the biggest in the country.
Straight out of prison.
He says, we're going to have artists from across electronic, hip-hop, pop, and rock. However, it's not just music. We might have professional skateboarders do demonstrations, and we might have MMA champions teach you techniques in the morning.
We might.
Isn't
this happening somewhat soon?
Yes.
What do you mean might?
It's supposed to be. So anyway.
I plan this over a year in advance.
When is it supposed to be?
Oh my goodness. When is it supposed to be? I know it's sometime coming up.
Oh my God, not this summer.
I think it's supposed to be this summer. Fyre
May 30th to June 2nd, 2025.
Wow.
You've got to be shitting me.
In Isla Mujeres, Mexico.
This should have already been booked and paid for a year ago.
Exactly.
No. A year ago, there should have been like posters on Instagram with the whole lineup already set.
First act announced, retired NFL player Antonio Brown. That's it.
It's amazing.
It's going to be Billy McFarland and AB just chilling on the beach.
Oh, God. Yeah, you here for the lick off?
Yeah, you here to wrestle us on the beach?
Oh, God.
So cringe. I'm like embarrassed for him.
He's truly criminal. That's the problem. His
That's
brain,
what it is.
it's a criminal mind.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
But like a super, super stupid one.
You can't fix stupid, as our friend Scott always says.
Loose term friend. Loose term. Acquaintance. I have a lot of acquaintance. I have to stop because I realized after what I went through that most people aren't my friend.
Ooh.
So they're my acquaintances now. Because I used to be so open-hearted. And I'd say, you're my friend.
Yeah.
But now I say no.
Now your heart is blackened.
It's darkened. And Scott is an acquaintance. You want to watch some hot, steamy videos. Well, I can't. All right, moving on.
Can't fix stupid. Fyre 2.
Okay, there we go.
Here it is.
All right, let's close out the week with some comments. What do we got?
Let's see. Vanessa saying Billy McFarland is nuts and doesn't know when to stop.
True.
Definitely.
Criminal mind.
Criminal mind.
Claire was saying Funhouse Mirrors have been doing this filter thing for years.
True.
So
Good point.
True. Like bulbous bottoms, bulbous heads.
Yeah.
Skinny and thin.
Pano said
I think
ban
it's actually.
Funhouses.
I'm sorry. Go on. I think it's actually more offensive to. If I was I'm a fat person. as a fat person, I think it's offensive that they won't even look at a filter that makes somebody fat.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Okay, go on. Sorry, Piano.
No, Pano said ban Funhouses. He also was saying his tourniquet and Pano were talking about the Batman glasses that we have here.
Those are so sick,
Yeah.
dude. I can't believe they don't do stuff like that anymore.
They were from McDonald's, and Pano says he still has his entire collection next to his Apollo 13 pogs in his garage.
That is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I bet those go for a lot now.
And regarding entertaining people on a plane, Pano also said that President Jimmy Carter would shake hands with every passenger on every plane he was on.
That's kind of cool.
Well, that's nice.
I would have shooken hands with old Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, why not?
I feel like that's not a celebrity thing. That's more of like he's like just like greeting his people.
Yeah, I know. Remember that when we had people? He wasn't the best president, but he tried.
Remember that when we had people?
And he wouldn't lie.
People are gonna people.
He said he was not going to lie to the American people after what Richard Nixon did. And he didn't lie. But then people were also like, we need gas.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, all right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Can you guys go to the podcast apps and rate and review, please?
Yes.
Okay.
If you like the show, if we're helping you out, if you're laughing a little bit, please give us 5 stars, rate and review. We're growing this thing. And we're starting off, we're just still speaking of little babies. Mr. Collins wants to come and molest us because we are just children out
I
here.
am a little baby.
We're all just little babies.
Young baby.
Thank you so much for supporting the show, everyone. Hail yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.